certainly was a mild weekend. Temperatures way above average for this time of year. It was especially mild yesterday with highs in the 40s, but today was still warm, especially for the end of December. Madison topped off at 36, Wausau 41, Eau Claire 34, and La Crosse at 38 degrees. We had a lot of cloud cover today, and that's the case right now. Skies are cloudy. All the precipitation's off to our east over Lake Michigan and Lower Michigan. Just like the past couple of nights, fog is a concern. This time it's for western Wisconsin. Dense fog advisory in effect until noon tomorrow. This includes La Crosse and Eau Claire, going down towards Prairie du Chien, Platteville, up towards Ladysmith. But even in central Wisconsin, I'm looking for areas of fog. Right now, the fog is extensive where the dense fog advisory is in effect. La Crosse is 1.5 miles, Eau Claire down to a half mile, Minneapolis at a half mile as well. Visibility is still pretty good across central and eastern Wisconsin, but I am looking for areas of fog to develop. And temperatures are near freezing or just a few degrees above. The mercury will drop a few more degrees tonight. That means that any fog that does occur could be in the form of freezing fog. So keep that in mind. There could be some slickness on area roadways to start off your day tomorrow. Future track does show how the fog will increase. Central Wisconsin will see it too, but I think it'll be more areas of fog, the more widespread dense fog in the western part of the state. It really lingers into mid-morning, but by the noon hour it will be breaking up to a large degree, and we should have quite a bit of a good visibility by tomorrow afternoon, but a lot of cloud cover as well. You can see that on future track. Overnight skies do stay cloudy along with that fogginess. Temperatures a degree or two below freezing. Tomorrow we reach into the 30s under mostly cloudy skies. As we head into Tuesday, Christmas or New Year's Eve, there's a chance for some light snow, especially for southern Wisconsin, but this model keeps it mainly down in Illinois. It's a low probability, but we'll keep an eye on it. But I'm not looking for any travel issues if any snow occurs at all. It'll be light and intermittent. And here we are going through Tuesday with considerable cloud cover. How about for New Year's Eve? If you plan to be out and about, this is what we're expecting at midnight. Temperatures will be in the 20s. There's going to be a breeze blowing. We'll have to contend with a wind chill factor, which we haven't had to deal with lately. You can see that on future track. It will be feeling by midnight single-digit wind chills in northern Wisconsin. In the teens in the southern part of the state, that wind chill continues to drop into the single digits Wednesday morning and stays in the single digits throughout the day on Wednesday. So here's your forecast for northern Wisconsin. Wide patchy fog tonight, and then fog lifting tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies. Wausau's high 38. Mostly cloudy skies for Eau Claire after widespread fog tonight and tomorrow, highs in the upper 30s. And for west central Wisconsin, again, it's fog in the morning and then mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy for Madison, high 40.
Thank you for joining me on My UP Weather. I'm Erin Stasek. We do have some precipitation in the forecast. It's going to be foggy and soggy into Saturday, as we've got a dense fog advisory for the central UP until 1 p.m. Eastern time on Friday here, but expect that fog to continue this evening, and it could give you some trouble on Saturday as well. But then a winter weather advisory in northeast Wisconsin, including Florence County until 9 a.m. Central time, where they've got freezing drizzle, freezing light rain, and some ice glazing over the roads. Here in the UP, we'll expect temperatures in the 30s. We're expecting around 40 for Escanabas high today, as well as Marquette's, and everyone else in that same range or a little bit cooler, with again fog out there. That rain, we've got another round moving in later on this evening, covering more of the UP tonight into that Saturday morning. We're expecting more rain on Saturday with again fog as well. Those temperatures still 35 to 40 during the day, and the lows 25 to around 30 degrees. But look at this, on Sunday we're expecting drier conditions with a little bit of sunshine.
No surprise, we're in the dense fog advisory again. Now this should persist until about midnight, and then we'll actually see some improvement. We're not going to feel improvement around here. We have some much colder air coming our way, but let's get back to the fog since we'll be dealing with it tonight. Here's Lisa Meadows with an explainer of the different types of fog we've been dealing with.
Fog forms when your temperature cools to your dew point. When that happens, you get condensation. Basically, it's like a cloud that forms at the ground. Now, there are different types of fog, and this weekend was unique because we had the setup for two different types to occur. So first, advection fog. This happens when you have the cold land surface. We had all that snowpack on the ground heading into the weekend, right? Well, then we had a warm, moist air mass move over that. We had the rain come in. We had a tie of a record high on Saturday at MSP. So what happened is we had that warm, moist air come in, and then it cooled down to saturation, and that caused that fog to form. Then we had a break in the clouds actually on Saturday, and we had the opportunity for radiation fog to form. We had the clear skies, allowed for temperatures to drop. We had calm winds, so we didn't get any mixing of the atmosphere, and that allowed for that radiation fog to form. So all these ingredients allowed for foggy days to continue even into today. Now, out at MSP, it was the 5th time on record that we ended up having 20 hours of a half-mile visibility or less. The good news is we'll have a change. We have cold air coming in, wind shifting out of the north, so that'll end this fog. It should clear up here as we head into about midnight.
Yep, these are real signs that are marking a dangerous turn for our planet, as the fog might have just turned into a deadly bioweapon that has now completely spread through our planet. People were terrified after reports of an eerie, thick fog completely blanketing almost every continent on our planet, with reports of the fog not just staying there for over 5 days, but allegedly burning people's noses, throats, and eyes. Haunting footage shows not only one woman after getting her car washed, seeing black film on the car after just leaving it there from the fog.
The fucking car doesn't stay white for any longer than a day. Like, look at all this. I went and got this car cleaned 5 days ago.
With many people alleging they have heard sounds from inside the fog, and it even smelling like chemicals, to which many believe it's being artificially made as a bioweapon to pollute our air to end us. However, these rumors are not true, just coincidences, and the rumor is just coming from high humidity and low temperatures with no winds to move it.
One of my favorite things about the weather has to be sunshine. So needless to say, the past 2 weeks, I have sorely been missing it, as 13 out of the past 14 days, 14 out of 15 if we include today, have been very cloudy. The lone exception, that comes 2 Saturdays ago where we had a good amount of that sunshine. Man, am I missing that, as those clouds are still overhead here on a Rock River Kia Max Storm Tracker. I do want to look again off toward the east over Michigan, as that's the low pressure system that gave the Chicagoland area a little bit of precipitation. But as it's starting to move off toward the east, clouds that we currently see overhead will start to descend as moisture levels have been increasing, as we can easily see that in our dew points, as temperatures and dew point temperatures have started to become closer and closer, meaning that our atmosphere is becoming more saturated, as temperatures are sitting in the middle and lower 30s across the state line. Wind speeds, a bit of a mixed bag, really starting to see a calming wind here in the past few hours. Seeing winds currently out of the northwest anywhere between calm, even up to 8-9 miles per hour. And visibility right now, not too bad. Again, the low pressure system is still influencing us just enough, but as that continues to push east as we head overnight tonight, patchy fog will start to form. So I think Timecast is overdoing it just a little bit. I think it'd be much more on the patchy side, not as dense as what we've seen here over the past few nights, but still give yourself a little bit of extra time as you're heading out the door. Otherwise, cloudy conditions here overnight tonight, getting down to a low of 29 degrees, winds out of northwest near about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and progressing on into Monday, not too shabby of a day either. Clouds will stick around throughout the vast majority of the day, maybe a peak or two of sunshine, but it's going to be warm for us here once again, and I know I am definitely looking forward to that. Getting back into the lower 40s for our highs, so a few degrees above what Timecast is suggesting here, but wind chills, not really much of a factor. Now, as we get into Monday night and into Tuesday, there was another low pressure system set to make its way across the plains across the United States. And with it, though, I think the track is going to stay to our south as we head into Tuesday as well. We can't rule out maybe a few bits of showers here or there and maybe a few flurries, but again, zooming out just a little bit, this is the main system that's really going to stay well to the south. However, if you are heading into central and southern portions of Illinois to celebrate the new year, you may want to give yourself a little bit of extra travel time. Otherwise, though, New Year's Eve should go off without a hitch, as we'll be on the cloudy side, getting down to a low of 23 degrees as we enter the year of 2025. If only you were 2 degrees warmer, hey, we would have a happy medium. Progressing on into Wednesday, though, sunshine is finally set to make its return. Now, granted, Timecast is overdoing it a little bit, as I think we'll be on the partly cloudy side. But after that, look at here. Man, that sunshine is going to feel great Friday and Saturday. The only catch, as we increase our sunshine, temperatures, of course, are going to decrease. So the state line and the new year is going to get rid of the warm weather, and for a good riddance day, it appears as only up to 18 degrees for our Saturday high. Now, progressing on into the middle portions of January, look at that. We are going to continue to see those cooler conditions. So overall, enjoy the warmth while we have it for the remainder of the year of 2024, because after that, temperatures go well below normal. 26 degrees, the high for our New Year's Day, 27 on Thursday, 21 for us on Friday. And we have another slight snow chance as we head into Sunday. Primetime out of Video East State Street Cam. Hey, we can actually see out there as fog has yet to form, but again, it's going to form later tonight and into tomorrow morning, so give yourself a little bit of extra time.
I'm trying to enjoy this warm weather while it lasts. I mean, I'm disappointed we're going into the new year on a cold note, but
hey, at least it's on a sunny note.
That's true. That's true. Coming up in sports, the Chicago Blackhawks.
This is not fog. This is far more deadly.
For those of you that have seen this original video, you'll know that this is no ordinary fog. This is far more deadly. The clip that you guys just watched is footage from a very recent event. It shows this car right here sitting in what looks to be regular low-hanging fog. Within a matter of a few seconds though, this fog ends up igniting and this entire neighborhood and surrounding area is up in flames. This whole ordeal happened in Korea, and as you can imagine, what we were dealing with here was not fog, but rather gas. Specifically, we're talking about LPG, or liquefied petroleum gas. In the surveillance footage leading up to this occurrence, you can see the gas slowly traveling down as the result of a gas leak. It took roughly 3 hours for the fire department to put this out, and by the end of it, only 5 people were injured and nobody lost their lives. This is very surprising considering the amount of damage that this explosion caused, but this is a very fortunate thing.